I want to welcome to the stage someone who every single time I see him performing, he lights it up. He plays keyboards, he plays trombone, he dances, he looks great, he sounds great. Put your hands together for the one and only Culbertson.
Are you ready? What's up, ready? 1, 2, 3, go! Come on! Say that it's bound to make your body shake.
Hi, I'm Diane, Dayton with Cool Jazz Cafe. We're at the 27th annual Boscov's Berks Jazz Fest in Reading, Pennsylvania, catching up at the beautiful Scottish Rite Cathedral with the amazing Brian Culbertson.
Hey.
Hey, you're going to be playing tonight. This is going to be so much fun.
Oh man, it's always great to be here.
It's always fun to have
Love
you
it.
here.
Yeah.
And tonight you're bringing the funk.
Yes, we've been spreading the funk all over everywhere since last September when the record came out. We did a whole fall tour. We had 70-some shows over the fall. Now we're just kind of sprinkling a few shows here and there. Some of our favorite spots, you know, of course, Berks Jazz Fest being one of those.
Yeah, you are a signature here for us. You're just a great show.
Well, hey, it's great to be back.
Yeah.
I've said it in every interview. This is really the only festival that you come and you just see the same people. It's like this, you know, it's a family atmosphere.
Yeah.
From as soon as you get picked up at the airport, it's like all the volunteers. I mean, it starts from John Ernesto all the way down. Everybody's just so happy.
Yeah, it's like coming home.
Yeah.
It really is.
It is.
It's one
It is.
coming home. You're working on another album that's going to be a little bit different.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I've been in the studio last month. Been off the road a little bit, which has been nice because I just kind of focusing on new music. It's a very romantic kind of album.
Okay.
Complete opposite of the funk record that came out last year. For me, I just like to completely change things up.
Yep.
And keep people guessing and you know, not repeat myself. Of course, I've done kind of slow jam type records before, but this one is definitely something that I haven't done per se, production-wise.
Okay.
Basically, it's just me. I'm producing everything. I'm playing everything. So it has it's a very produced, kind of modern pop feel to it.
Okay.
With piano on top.
Oh, that's great. When do you expect to have this completed?
Valentine's Day of next year.
Oh, perfect.
So yeah, it just felt right.
Yeah.
So the whole, I have about 9 songs already, actually.
Okay.
So I'm going to work throughout the rest of this year, get, I don't know, maybe 20-some songs. We'll see.
Oh, that's excellent.
We'll see.
That's
maybe
excellent.
a double album. I don't know.
Yes, right.
We'll see how it goes.
Right.
But definitely coming out next Valentine's Day, and we plan on doing a big tour next spring as well. So
Okay.
hitting the road hard again.
That sounds great.
So I'm sure we'll be back here, I hope.
Yes. Well, wine and jazz.
Ooh.
You have a wine and jazz festival that you do. I think it's in June, right?
Every June, that's right.
Okay. Where is this?
It's in Napa Valley.
Of course.
Of course. Where else are you going to do that? I mean, yeah, well, this June is our 6th annual, and we've been doing this, you know, for obviously 6 years now. It's just a great marriage. I mean, everyone loves jazz and wine together.
Absolutely. No brainer.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like if you get into one, you're gonna get into the other. So it just makes a lot of sense. Obviously, Napa being one of the biggest wine destinations in the world, you pair that with great jazz.
Yeah.
It just makes sense.
Well, speaking of getting into wine, you get into wine because you have some of your blends, right?
I do. I have 3 wines out, a Pinot Noir, a Chardonnay, and a Rosé.
Nice.
We did the Chardonnay and Rosé because the festival's in June. It's hot there. People want, you know, cool down. The Pinot is a nice light red, so all 3 go really well in the summertime. It's a great thing. I've been doing that for about 5 years now.
Yeah, it's great to be a part of that.
Oh, it's fantastic. So I work on those in the wintertime in Napa. So I spend a lot of time in Napa throughout the rest of the year. I don't live there, but I'm always in and out of Napa. So in the wintertime, we work on getting that all put together. We take grapes from different regions, and I mean, it's all Napa sourced grapes,
Right.
but different lots. Each has a distinctive flavor. And so you taste each one, and then you kind of put them together, all Pinot Noir grapes, let's
Right.
say, and then they go into final blending of the Pinot. So it's kind of an interesting process, kind of nerve-wracking.
Right.
So I'm like, I hope it's good.
Hope it's good.
I hope it's good. Because then what's interesting is after you finish that, then you got to wait another 6 months
Right.
before they bottle it. And then it's going to taste slightly different then. And then when it gets released, it's even, because it's always changing, you know, wine in the bottle.
Yes, it is.
That's pretty cool.
So what do you look for when you're tasting the wines? What is
Basically,
that
something,
Brian signature?
I don't know, something that I like.
Okay.
It all comes down to personal taste, I think.
Right.
And so the ones that I've done so far, I mean, the most crucial thing is my wife likes them. So
That is crucial.
it's working.
It is working.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
So speaking of your wife,
Yeah.
how is she doing?
Oh, wonderful, wonderful.
Yeah.
I mean, we're always bouncing ideas back off of each other. Obviously, she says we have Napa meetings at breakfast. You know,
That works.
yeah, always talking about stuff. She's a huge influence on my music. You know, her being a musician herself, so she's always listening to new things, and I'll always get an email from her.
Yeah.
Check this one out. Check this out. Check this
that's
out.
great.
Yeah, so I'm always discovering new music through her, which is it's fantastic. You know?
I don't know if we ever really talked about this, but
Yeah.
how did the two of you meet?
In music school
Oh, well, that would make sense,
at
right?
DePaul University in Chicago.
Okay.
She was a voice major. I was a jazz major.
Right.
And she used to hang out. She liked the jazz students better than the classical students. She's like, oh, they're cooler to hang out with.
Right.
So she was friends with the bass player that played in the jazz ensemble. And she used to come by to the jazz rehearsals. And I found out the bass player knew her. I was like, hey, who's that?
Yeah, right.
So he introduced us.
Okay. And that was about it, huh?
That was about it.
Pretty
That was
good
about
connection
it.
from
And
the
this
get-go.
year, this October is going to be our 20th
Are you kidding?
anniversary.
Is that right? What are
I
you going
know.
to do? How are you going to celebrate?
We're discussing that now.
Oh, okay.
We will be, I'm touring a little bit in Europe in September, so October is the day, so we may just stay over there and just kind of go off and do something.
I know sometimes
don't
you
know.
like to meet in Paris, don't you?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
That sounds
so
good.
we're plotting right now.
We're plotting.
We don't have the plans together yet, but
Yeah.
I mean, we got to do something.
That's right. It's a big
Special,
thing.
right.
That's right. It's a big thing.
So.
So what do you see coming down the line in the future? Any other projects that you want to tease us with?
Oh.
That's always a good thing.
Yeah, I'm definitely looking to expand our Jazz Getaway brand, meaning to other wonderful destinations.
Of course.
So I have some things in the works. I can't say anything right
All
now.
right, but we'll be on the
just
lookout.
Keep your eye out for
Okay.
that. Obviously, Napa is, it's so much fun. I mean, thousands of people now are coming out every June. So we just thought, hey, maybe we should do this in other places.
Oh, sure. Well, I think people really like that too, and they like that combination
Yeah.
of what you're doing.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. And I'm really bringing a lot of my friends, musician friends, along, and we do. It's kind of like Berks in the sense that a lot of people get together and do special shows that you won't do anywhere else.
Right.
So
And that's great.
we do a lot of those types of collaborations.
Okay.
And I'm really trying to facilitate that.
Okay.
Having Marcus Miller in, I got some things planned.
Okay.
I mean, he's not going to do that on a normal show anywhere else, but some of these festivals and on the cruise, those collaborations happen, and that's one thing that I really, really love.
That's great.
Yeah.
Well, what do you do when you're not doing music in some way, shape, or form, or doing the wine thing?
That's a good
Sleeping,
question.
right? Because that's so much a
man.
part of who you are.
It really is. I'm always thinking about
I know,
something.
right.
If it's not music, I mean, Napa does take a lot of my time. People don't realize that I'm actually, there's 5 main people that run the whole festival. And I'm one of those 5. And I'm daily, where it's just lots of stuff going on.
Yeah, details.
A lot of details. So I'm very, very hands-on, down to the website, down to everything I'm working on.
Well, you are very follow-up and follow-through, too. I know even when we're coordinating things. You're very detail and you're on top of it all, too. So maybe my real question is, what do you do to relax?
I mean, you know, I like watch movies.
Okay, so you just kind of
Catch up on
yeah.
Or I like to take long walks.
Okay, that's a real good thing. That can clear the head. And
absolutely.
Yeah, that's good.
Wherever I'm at.
Wherever you're at.
You know, if it's LA or Napa or Chicago or London or wherever, I'm like, okay, I'm going for a walk.
Yeah, there you go.
So that's a cool thing.
Yeah, well, we are glad that you're here, and that you're
too.
here back at
Me
Berks
too.
again, and you're going to bring the funk tonight.
Oh, yes.
Thank you for
Very
taking
excited.
time catching up with us.
Oh, my pleasure.
Yeah. Brian Culbertson coming to you from, the Berks Jazz Fest. One funky boy.